Jacob. I can't.
Hello and welcome to Dragon Ball podcast, where we're going through every Disney movie in order. My name is Xander.
And I'm Jake.
I don't even know who I am anymore.
We were talking a bit before
Welcome
Mike.
to the podcast.
You're never going to know.
You won't know what we were just talking about.
It was
My
pretty great.
cackle was insane.
Yeah, mine was a weird high-pitched belly laugh. I didn't know what
Ours
that
was just pure horror.
I just didn't expect that to come out of your mouth, Jacob.
It's from a joke that I know.
I don't
and that's
care
all I'm
where.
gonna say.
I don't care where you heard it, when you heard it, why you heard it. The fact that you've said it is the problem.
So, this episode, we are talking about 1946's Make My Music, a movie that I don't know, had either of you heard of?
No.
I've seen this movie before.
Never.
And I strictly remember it being so much more fun than what it was.
There were a couple sections that I really, really liked.
There was a few sections that were really good, but also I remember sitting and watching this movie and enjoying most of it. I sat through this movie and said, there was the one part in the beginning and two parts in the end.
We are deep in the package film era of Disney, where they just do not have the money to make a full feature film.
I feel like they just made a whole bunch of short films about music, and we're like, oh, let's just make a movie about this, and the movie.
Fun fact. I mean, yeah, that's
They're just like, oh shit, we need a movie. It's like, oh, we already have all of this, so let's just slap
Put it together.
Because every single segment has its own credits and everything.
Yeah. I mean, information's pretty scarce about this movie.
I wonder why.
Yeah.
Probably because they just threw it together.
There's just so many Disney fans now who are total Make My Music stans, going around being like, it's really good. Make My Music and Melody Time.
And they're saying it on their deathbeds.
Son, listen. Before I go, I want you to look in the will. Look at the last sentence.
I'm giving you my 3 collections of Make My Music. They're all the same VHS. Maybe even one on CD because it had a resurgence.
Fun fact, so because of editing reasons for this movie, I owned a DVD of it that came from the UK, specifically so that I would have it unedited, and I don't know where that is now, but I definitely remember paying way too much money for it.
I feel like you would watch it on that little DVD player, portable DVD player thing you had.
The thing is, you can't, because when you have...
Oh, it's from UK, huh?
So you need a special DVD player for it. It was
region-locked DVD.
So I had to also get...
Most DVDs like that? I feel like I could buy a Blu-ray in England and then come back and watch it here on a PS5.
Don't we have that machine? Isn't that what that machine is in there?
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
my
we
God.
have that.
Yeah, because I remember...
You have a region unlocker?
Yeah.
It's here. Hold on.
This is
Shut up, podcast.
This is a genuine thing that I need to know about.
It's your favorite character, Editing Trevor. He's back. We go on for about 10 minutes about this region lock DVD player. It's not that interesting, so I'm just gonna skip to the interesting talking. Okay. Goodbye.
Good to know that I'll never use DVD again, but...
Yeah.
I might, knowing me, because I like
honestly,
obscure
I'll
shit.
be 40 and be like, where's my Pitch Perfect 2 DVD?
I
want to watch it now.
It is weird to think about how it's gone from VHS to DVD to... I know there's a lot more in between there, but VHS, DVD, streaming
Those
now.
are no, VHS, DVD,
Blu-ray.
Mm-hmm.
streaming /4K.
Yes. Because now I feel like I can just go on to
Before streaming though, there was MP3 and video file.
Yeah,
and then we got to streaming.
Well, there's I know I'm missing a few. It's 1, 2, skip a few, but it's just weird to think of that because now when movies come out, they don't advertise here, come buy the CD. They say here, go to this with the Mario movie. It came out and they were go to the not the Fandango website, go to the
Voodoo or whatever.
It was and buy and rent it, and I was now
it's
that's what
streaming in theaters and on Paramount Plus.
Yes, and it's everything's becoming a stream, which again I'm curious to see where it's gonna go from here because now we're just
movie theaters are dying.
Yes.
It makes me sad, but they're going the way of the dodo.
Yeah,
and I try to go a lot because
I love
freaking
the movie
love
theaters.
movies.
Yeah, no. I feel cool to go outside, get like some popcorn and icy,
And, you know,
and sit down.
chill out for a couple.
I mean,
and
it
have
can-
something where that it's just the movie. Like
There's no other
occupying your
distractions that can.
attention.
But also the thing that sucks about like now is because of that, like that etiquette is dying to where like if you go to the movie theaters, there's sometimes where I'm like, how did this person ever sit in a movie theater? I'm like watching them on their phone, literally watching TikTok with the volume as low as it can be, but you can still hear it because you're watching A Quiet Place.
To be fair, there was this novel coronavirus that went around, and a lot of
Yes.
people just became fucking pigs during that.
Yeah. I forgot what I was listening to, but there was someone talking about how when COVID ended, there was a lot of people, I think it was more of a Japanese thing, but that they had got like smiling classes because they forgot how to smile.
Oh, crazy.
And yeah, I was like, that's so
weird.
fucking weird.
But going back to streaming and stuff, I think we've been in it long enough where there's times where I prefer to have a DVD of it versus like it could be on one of 6 streaming services.
Mhm.
How many to go through before I can find it versus
That is true.
just pop the DVD in and
Or-
I got that movie playing.
Or there are movies with rights issues that just don't exist on streaming.
yeah.
Yeah, because they can't go through.
Like Make My Music.
Yeah.
Also, they're constantly taking stuff off because like I wanted to watch Superbad recently and I was like they have it on Netflix.
I wanted to
they
watch.
took it off Netflix and I was like now I have to find a different movie and it's yeah.
Here's a stat that like disturbs me. I think I want to say it's around 30% of all media doesn't make the transition to the next phase of like home video.
Yeah.
So like 30% of VHSs and movies that were only on VHS don't exist anymore, and that goes for DVD to Blu-ray to
Yeah. Like-
Jesus.
and that terrifies me.
Yeah, there's movies that are just physically like you could have seen it when you were younger, but it just no matter where the
Yeah.
fuck you look, it does
It's
not
just
exist.
not.
Yeah, just-
you can find on the internet that it was made, but you cannot.
You won't be able to watch it again.
Yeah, because like I've seen things where it's like this was only on VHS and someone like recorded it or something. Like you can
Yeah.
do that, but you have to have all the stuff to do it, and not everyone in the world like there's people that dedicate their lives to just doing that.
Yeah.
Like, just getting these older movies.
The
just
real
improve-
heroes,
Yes.
truly.
Because like you ever found that like interesting movie and you're like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, this was made before my mom was even alive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
No,
that's
there's a lot of times where I wish I did have a physical copy of it. It'd be like, I want to watch it where I know where it is. I can just put it in, play a movie.
Especially when internet sucks and like the quality.
Yeah,
goes
like
down.
if my internet decides to go out, well, now I can't watch my movie. Versus if
Yeah,
I have the
it's-
DVD, it's,
there
there's
is a
no
lot of
problem at all.
problems, and it's still going. I feel like the same happened with like DVDs and stuff. It's like DVDs would get damaged, and you had to buy an entire another DVD because you scratched it. But then eventually it got better with stuff with how they cased it and stuff. And
There's something I want to talk about that I can segue into. Another thing is payment for actors and stuff on streaming services.
Oh,
which
yeah.
is what's happening with the strikes right now.
Yeah.
With the writer strike, and then the actors just went on strike too.
It's crazy that we're just not going to have media for
Yeah,
the next couple of
we'll
years.
have no interviews, no red carpet event, no advertisements
protesting
people in
for
it.
right reason. Let
Yeah,
me tell you.
people are going to go feral and
we're-
for good.
Just so everyone knows, we're not supposed to boycott streaming services because that's
Right,
they're
that's
still
not part
making
of-
money in a way, and it's not really part of it. It's up in the higher ups.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we're not supposed to boycott the stuff.
It's not like I think like Kellogg's went on strike, and so like the way to support the strike was to not buy Kellogg's products.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
No, it's we can still watch streaming services.
That
But
isn't.
it's-
Thank God for me, because that's how I.
Part of
function
what's in it
this
is-
existence.
Wages and stuff, and how they get paid from it, and compensation and all that stuff.
But that is still how people are like making, how like actors and stuff are making money. too.
I am interested to see. Like, I wonder. I think we will be alive for the just only streaming. Like, I don't think.
I think we'll get there.
I think we're going to be alive. For
I
that.
think what's going to happen is theaters are going to become very like niche things that are specifically a throwback to another time. And I'll go and I'll pay
It's
$50
like
to
a
take it.
retro diner. You
Yeah.
go to. Like,
Oh,
like a
retro
Johnny
diner.
Rockets, where it's
Yeah.
like, oh, it's this like old atmosphere.
That's
Oh,
right.
isn't that cool that you can go to the jukebox and you can...
Oh, you could go to the movie. Like that's.
I feel like it's gonna. I feel like movie theaters aren't
I
gonna.
think
play
we're almost
new
getting
movies.
to that thing where it's like,
Yeah,
do
absolutely.
you want to like just go to the movies? Like it's not like a normal thing to just go out with your
Well,
friends and go watch a movie anymore.
To circle it back to Make My Music, there's the one scene in it where they're like, all these kids just go to like an ice cream bar and
Yeah.
dance, and that used to be the thing. That is not a thing anymore.
that's dead.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, like we don't say let's go to this ice cream bar and dance to
I
music.
feel like roller skating's one that's fading out where no one's like, let's go roller skating.
Yeah,
It's
roller. Like I think the only like roller skating place is Roller Kingdom.
that's like the only place that exists.
And, yeah, like, there's a few people that go there, but like that's the only like roller skating rink I know around our area. It's so weird.
Yeah, but I feel
Time is
like
weird.
even our age, there's stuff where it's like they don't do that anymore.
We're watching a culture die essentially.
It's
It is weird. Like I have like nightly things where I just think about this, where I'm just like sitting there and I'm like, that's so.
Think about like the mortality.
Yeah, it's weird to think of how something so like that was so popular just dies.
like it just doesn't exist anymore.
It just fades out and like you still like you could still do it. It's just no one like it used to be a thing. Like people used to go to bowling alleys all the fuck. I remember when I was in elementary school, bowling
Like,
bowling
they were
alleys were
packed.
yeah.
That was the shit.
That was like
Yeah.
And now you go and there's like 3 lanes being occupied and you're like,
yeah,
well,
and
it's kind of
the three
quiet in
lanes-
here.
The 3 lanes that are being occupied are all like the older men doing like this competition thing, or like the family with their children using the weird like dinosaur ball thing, and the mom's just like push the ball. But
Any of us like trying to roll it upside down and
yeah, well, okay, yeah, that it does get to that point, but yeah, it's just so weird. That's just weird to me.
Okay, guys, we should go to an ice cream bar with a jukebox and fucking dance the night away.
Dance
That's my
the night
opinion.
away.
Let's
Yeah.
do it.
Doesn't Johnny Rocket still dance on the hour every hour? Is that a thing that still happens?
I hope not, but for the sake of those.
Do you guys remember
partners,
going there to Johnny Rockets? They just start dancing. And you're like, what the fuck is happening?
Barely.
That's who Texas Roadhouse. They don't do it anymore. Or they used to all
I don't
come out
think
and
so.
dance.
Yeah.
And I knew the choreography and I'd get up and I'd do it.
Of course you did.
Because yeah, of course I did.
Oh, you did used to go to Texas Roadhouse a lot.
Oh my god, we went so often. I knew the dances. It was
I've been to Texas Roadhouse twice in my life.
both with me, I think.
No,
once
one-
with me.
Once with you, and the other time was with when I worked at Yogurt Beach, and they said for a Christmas party, and they all gave us $25 gift cards, and we had to pay for our own meal.
Wow, good
and I
for
used that
them.
$25 gift card and only had to pay $1 for my meal.
Okay,
Um,
that's not bad.
No, it's just it was really funny.
That's hilarious.
I think they also gave us Yogurt Beach gift cards, which when you work, I got so much free yogurt, like I didn't want more. I think I gave. They gave me the stack.
to me.
Remember the stack I had? It's because everyone gave them to me and I just gave them out to people. I had like $5 gift cards, but I had them in huge stacks.
I had like 19 of them.
Yes.
And I was like, I never used any of them because I'd be like, man, it's sitting at home on my desk.
Yogurt Beach is like a weird, like, I want it, but then you forget to go get it. Like, Yogurt Beach is a weird place. Anyways. Make my music. I don't know why the Disney bum 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 bum. I did.
Watch the documentary on that if you have not, please. Anyone out
What?
there?
The
On-
documentary on the little 4-note riff.
Oh,
Who
yes,
made it? It
yes.
made me cry.
It's beautiful. I loved it.
The end is. If you have time and want to, I
If you
highly,
have time and
highly suggest
If
it.
you don't have time, make some.
Make some time. Sit down, watch a documentary. It's fantastic.
Okay. All of that being said,
Music.
make my music.
And it's mine.
Make my music.
Make mine.
No, I want to make
So
mine.
I want to get into some general thoughts. Jake, as someone who had never seen this before, what were your like overall thoughts on this thing?
I don't know how much of it I liked and how much I disliked. There were a lot of things where I was like, this is really cool. But then a lot of other things where I was like, why is this
Right.
happening? But overall, I have a lot of good notes and good things to say about it.
Hell yeah.
Like I go away with good thoughts about this. Like I wouldn't mind putting some of the shorts on again and like having them on in the background while I'm reading or
Right.
something like that.
That's kind of the nice thing about it being an anthology kind of thing. You can just the shorts you don't like, you can just
Yeah,
pop
like
out
the
of them.
we found the playlist that's out there where it's just the shorts.
Oh, can I bitch about this?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Make My Music is the only movie in the Disney animated canon that isn't on Disney Plus. So we went a sailing, trying to find Make My Music.
I think there's another.
What?
No. In the animated canon.
In the
Animated.
canon.
Animated. Not any part live action.
Got
just
it.
the animated canon. So we found a couple of different sources, and our internet was being shit because we live in the middle of nowhere.
Crickets
Yeah,
outside.
there's literally crickets outside.
So they were buffering like hell, and then I found a YouTube playlist with the shorts, and that was working for a little bit, and then one of the shorts had the wrong goddamn narration, and it made me really mad, and I
It's David Bowie's cool.
I
It was
love
so
David
random.
Bowie.
I feel
no
like
beef with David Bowie.
Except for
that he was put over this.
Peter and the fucking Wolf. David Bowie, you motherfucker! I just wanted to watch.
I wanted to hear Winnie the Pooh narrating my Peter and the Wolf short, and I didn't get that.
You got David Bowie.
Trevor, what were your overall thoughts?
I remember liking this movie so much more.
Yeah.
I watched Make My Music in class somewhere in elementary school. Don't remember where. Don't remember what grade. I remember it's elementary school. And I remember watching this, and I remember enjoying it so much. Like, I remember watching it, I was like, these are so cute. These are so cool. Watching it now, I thought I was going to die. I thought I was going to roll over and die.
There was a couple times where I looked over at you and you're just like
There-
spaced out.
There
just
was...
like,
How many,
not having it.
How many segments are in this one?
10.
I liked 3 of them.
Really?
Ooh,
I
there were
liked
that many?
3 of them. And there was so many of them. And there's like, I'm not saying I didn't like, I liked 3 of them fully. There's a few of them where I like parts of it.
Right. Okay.
And then the rest, most of them I'm just like, I don't want to watch this ever again.
No, I probably only commented and liked about 4 of them. They're like the only ones that I remember watching,
Yeah,
pretty
that's-
much. They're the ones I have like no.
I just like,
comment very
I
little to say
remember
on it.
watching this as a kid and enjoying it. I watched this now and I was like, this, it's only an hour. And I felt like we were sitting there for like 3 hours. I mean, to be fair, there was a lot of buffering. But like, I felt like the movie was like 3 hours. Every time I looked at the clock, I'm like, it's been 2 minutes, but this says it's been 15. What's happening? Like overall, it's okay. Like, it's okay.
Yeah. I think that kind of gets into my thoughts. Like, this is... I think I'm higher on this movie than either of you are, which is weird because I used to really fucking hate this movie.
Really?
Um,
And you bought the no cut version?
Oh, I was a collector. I was a collector of specifically Disney DVDs and Blu-rays. I was trying to own every movie in the canon.
All right.
So I was...
You never went to Xander's old house? But
No, I
Xander's old
didn't.
house.
I had so many Disney Blu-rays.
Yes, there was so
Wow.
many. That like
One of my
half
other
the,
friends-
anytime I went to
I
Xander's
wonder
house.
if he listens to this.
Who? Oh well, you don't have to name. Well, you can name drop. I'll just bleep
Sam. No, if he's out there, I want to know if Sam is there.
I'm still gonna bleep it.
Sam,
No.
no, this is.
Okay.
I was like, this is Sam. I don't know if you listen to this, but he collects the metal case.
Oh yeah, the metal case.
The steelbook?
Steelbooks, yeah.
Yeah,
He collects
yeah.
like all the steelbooks and stuff for like every movie. I swear to God, he's so many of them. It's so
I
cool.
want to get back into physical media because, like we were talking about earlier,
It
want...
connects. We need the physical media. In
I
case
don't like
when shit
physical-
goes
like,
away and stuff.
I think physical media looks cool, but I like that we're going to streaming just so I could just be like, and once I buy it, like I forgot what the movie thing is, but I have like so many movies on it that I bought and now I just have. So if like, I mean, yes, I know streaming sucks sometimes, but when it's working, I can just say like, you guys want to watch this movie and I have it downloaded. Like with my YouTube Premium, I bought the movies, so I just have to go to my YouTube and like.
But
That's
that's
interesting.
the-
I like never buy movies.
that's almost the same as buying physical media though, because you're owning a copy.
Yeah,
versus
but like it's
having
still
to
like
look
full.
it up and
It's full
stream it.
streamed though. Like if my YouTube, unless I have it downloaded and if I don't have Wi-Fi, can't watch it, but it's there. That's the only thing that sucks. I feel like
It's like a mid ground between like Disney Plus versus
Yeah.
a DVD copy.
Well,
or
like, cause
something.
I like Disney Plus and stuff, but like I'm not paying like $20 a month for it. I paid $25 for the movie, and I have it forever.
Yeah.
Because even when your YouTube Premium runs out, you still have the movies on
Yeah.
your account.
Because you still bought them.
Yeah, unless that changes, because YouTube's.
We don't want to talk about YouTube TOS and
That's why we don't post on YouTube. I was like, but.
Yeah, their TOS and shit's not
They're
fantastic.
Trying their worst. But yeah, where were we? I forgot.
Oh, I was just saying that, like, I don't know. This movie is very much made of like highs and lows in terms of the segment. Like
Yes.
they literally alternate between a high energy.
That's what
and
it
a
feels
low
like.
energy
It was
segment.
like, I like this. What is happening? Oh, I like this again. What is happening?
Yeah.
Rarely are the lower energy segments the good ones.
Yeah.
So, like, I honestly don't get the point in making some of them other than filler.
Yeah.
Other than we just need to get this thing over an hour so we can call it a film and shove it into theaters.
Yeah.
That being said, I guess we can go segment by segment.
Yeah, that works with me.
Um,
I had nothing to comment on the opening credits. I normally
Weren't
have something
very
to say, and it was
It
just
was cool that it was a theater.
like marquee and
Yeah,
whatever,
it was
but-
like you're walking into a theater to watch opera or ballet. It's just like tonight's show is like it was okay.
Yeah.
Like again, everything about this movie to me is okay. Not
just the definition.
not
of
okay a-y. Okay.
Okay.
Not even just a K, just like an O and a K. That's it. That's what this movie is to me.
So we started with the short that
Martins
was
and the
cut out of certain
Coys?
releases.
I didn't have anything to say
The
about
Martins
this.
and the Coys, what are they called?
The Martins and the Coys. Yeah.
Aha.
And the Coys.
It's an extended boomer joke. It is a joke
It's
about
kind of funny.
don't you hate your wife, guys?
It's kind of funny. It's kind of stupid.
It's pretty stupid, but it's got some good
It's like
jokes in there.
entertainment.
I'm gonna keep saying this. It's okay. Like
For me, it was the same as watching like Tom and Jerry or something that's just like kind of dumb, or it's like what not a lot's happening.
It's just
It's
like
not-
look at it and haha funny.
yeah, it's just a bunch of haha funnies.
It's not really feature quality.
Yeah,
And if you're going to be doing a movie anthology, you should be doing your best Disney
Yeah,
shorts.
the reason they
Yes.
cut it is because of gun violence, but it's more of just like a.
It could have been cut just because
it wasn't
went
good
shitty.
enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it was just like if it was in the movie, it was just kind of like okay, filler. I don't know.
Like it feels like that's something my parents would have seen if they switched on the Saturday morning cartoons.
Yeah.
And like
You would've-
it happened to be playing at
Saturday
9
morning
a.m.
cartoons. What were the comic strips in newspapers?
Like the Sunday comics.
The Sunday comics.
There is one in here that the animation style reminded me of the comics from cartoons. Cartoons from comics.
Do you remember which one?
I have it written down here yet.
Mine were all the cats join in.
I love jazz.
Jazz is great.
Just in general, I love jazz. It's a super fun to tap to, and it just makes me feel
Uh-huh.
giddy inside.
Yeah.
The greatest like American institution art form. I don't know.
And then it said reminds me of the old cartoon style.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. Is like it looks like the cartoon style on like the Sunday
Yeah.
Sunday newspaper. I like the vibe of this one. I think out of all of them, this one's my favorite.
Yes.
Have you guys ever seen Duck Amuck, the Looney Tune?
Yes.
Maybe.
Whoa. Whoa.
Potentially.
I've had so many things wake me up from my younger self today.
It's a Looney Tune short where Daffy Duck is fighting with the animator, and it is
It's
the
really
best
funny.
Looney Tune
I
ever
think
made.
I've seen it. I most likely have.
If not, you've definitely seen clips from it. I can
Yeah.
tell you that.
It's where
Um,
there's like a shot where Daffy's like green or whatever.
Yeah, and they. Yeah.
Just
My
look at
next
them.
note is like the pencil interacts with the world, so it creates things.
That's
That's
so
what
cool.
I was talking about.
That's why I bring it up. It's
Yeah.
so my shit.
I love that abstract feeling, and like the characters are still themselves on the page, but you can watch the animator draw them from scratch to like come to life. I like things like that because that's what Disney is to me. It's like
when
it's cool.
when they erased the girl's butt because it was too big. I know.
That's
It's a fat joke,
It's-
which made me very
Yeah, it
angry.
was-
but also,
what?
but also, again, I always like that was that joke's time. Like in that time, that was probably one of the funniest jokes in that bit. Which like go them, but I guess like nowadays that's rude.
You know what joke's really good that I just got to because I'm watching it on 2x speed as we talk?
What?
The one where
The cop.
the cop.
The
where-
cop is so
Oh,
funny.
that's a funny one.
They're all speeding and bouncing around, and then they just sit up straight, slowly pass by the cop, and then continue.
Immediately.
Well, the guy was
Zoom
sitting
in.
on the hood of the car.
Yes.
Just like nothing's wrong here.
Nothing's wrong here, but
People are never going to watch this movie. Should we describe what happens in these segments?
Maybe.
I guess the good ones, the boring ones, we can just say they're
We
boring.
can-
don't
We
Yeah,
can
we?
just,
yeah,
like an
for sure.
overall like this is what this
Or we can
was.
just do like, hey, if you ever want to watch this, it's called All the Cats Join In.
Yeah.
Look it up on
Watch
YouTube.
All the Cats Join In. We cannot do it justice with our words.
No,
No.
it's so good, so fun. This is the short with the ice cream parlor.
Yes, this is what we
It's-
were
yeah.
talking. Yeah, it's all these kids going to like an ice cream parlor, just partying, having a great time.
And they're drawn to life throughout the segment.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
it's-
so cool.
So interesting.
Out of all the ooh, I almost just died. Out of all the segments in this run, this one's the best.
Yes.
Which sucks that it's immediately followed by the worst
Ballad in
segment.
Blue, whatever the fuck it was
Without
called.
You.
Without You. I said Ballad in Blue is alright, sad so far. Then I had 2 water scores. When the water was yellow, 6 out of 10. When the water was blue, 6 out of 10 because it was just a different color.
Was Without You the one where it was just like the window and the stars?
Yeah.
This one was so fucking boring. Oh my god. I was sitting there and I was like waiting for like one of the stars to like become like a dancer or something. Something interesting to happen. But it was just like stars, a
It's
tree.
literally just a song and images that
The song
mean
wasn't
nothing.
again, the song wasn't even that good.
The song is fine.
Why'd you say it like that?
'Cause
the
it's not.
song is.
That was him.
No, yeah, I was.
Oh, you were looking at me.
Looking at him, I was like,
relating.
what did he-
Oh
yeah.
my god, social interaction is so weird. You were relating with me and having me. We were supposed to like do a thing.
There's supposed
Okay.
to be like a haha.
Sorry.
Just like, well, I didn't fucking do that.
My social receptors just turned off.
Defense real
I
fast.
got very scared because you were looking at me. I was like, am I supposed to do something here? What's happening? That was the weirdest. My guard just got turned down real quick.
As always, we're recording very late.
It's 11:13. Just so you know, you're probably not listening to this unless you're like
If it happens to be 11:13,
if you're listening to this at 11:13, we're not telling you AM or PM.
let us know.
Let us know. Comment down below. Subscribe.
For the
Look,
Q&A,
text me,
tell
send
us.
me a DM me and be like, it's 11:13,
And if you're-
I'll know what you're talking about.
I just want to
obviously.
know what time you're listening to this.
Yeah, everyone
because
was
that tells
interested.
me that you're listening to it.
You know what? We're gonna use this Q&A. The question for today is, what time are you listening to this? Comment.
What time is it right now? I will make sure.
You will.
You'll text them and
Oh,
confirm.
on the messages it does give us a time. We will know.
We will know.
when you.
Yeah.
If you lie to us, we will find you. I don't know. There's a few of you I know. There's also a few because I look at stats all the time. The people who are listening that don't know us,
Who are you?
who are you?
How'd you find this?
What countries do we have again? We have.
France.
France. I have someone on my Snap who
That's-
does live in France. I don't talk to him, but we are mutuals on Snap. Only person I could think.
He knows you better than you know him, I guess.
I
because
guess,
he's
because this is a podcast. But I'm
Thanks
like,
for listening.
I posted on my story, so he might have
one-
seen it. I don't know.
One's in Germany. I think I forgot what it's called. It has a B. It starts with a B.
Berlin?
Berlin. or
Sure.
Belgium?
Oh yeah, Berlin. That's actually it. But yeah. So if you're listening to this,
Is there any Australia?
No,
Oh.
I don't think so actually.
Failed us.
Yeah. I can look again though. But anyways,
Without you, it
Without-
sucks. Moving on.
Moving on.
yes.
Is this bat?
Casey at the bat.
Casey at the bat.
I have some notes on this one.
Tell
You
us
have
your
some.
notes.
I have one.
This first one's good.
I won't go.
Wait, no, I guess I only have 2. So,
Good.
first one, the opening paintings
Peyton's.
reminded me of Birch Street paintings, Mary Poppins.
Oh yeah.
That I thought it was gonna.
It gave me the same vibe of like the photos, the things
I
he
thought
draws.
when I saw that at first, I was like, oh, this one's gonna be cool. This one's gonna be great. It wasn't.
My last note
Didn't make
is
this one-
he never hit the ball. I guess that's my last note.
He
for that
gets
one.
so hyped up to
He's so cocky and
yeah, and it's a lesson to not be an asshole. But
Trevor, why didn't you like this one?
I didn't like this one. It
the
was
sequence where he hit the ball and it was birds.
Yeah, that was the funniest jump cut I've ever seen in my entire life. But this one was just weird. Like it was, I didn't like it. It was just,
enough.
look at this hot man. He's so good at baseball. Oh, he sucks actually. Oh, do you want to go see his?
He looked like that monkey.
He did look like the weird monkey thing. But it wasn't good.
Maybe I'm just a sucker for baseball jokes. As someone who was like dragged to way too many Aces games. Maybe
I
it's just
performed
like-
that too. Well,
Did you do the national anthem?
I was
At two
I was
Aces
one of
games.
the kids that like run in the condiments. I was one of those. Do you remember at the beginning of
What?
like? Do you know?
And the condiments?
Yes.
Like in ketchup and shit?
Yes. No, they don't run in. They dress up as like the condiments, and it's like an ad thing they do where kids run. And you have to like, they run around all the field, and if the guy catches up to you, like if you vote on that one. It's like a weird betting game they do before every Aces game.
Okay.
All right.
They do it if you've been to an Aces game, you've definitely seen it, but it's also like before they start playing, and you
It's
have to
when
get
no
there.
one's paying attention.
Yeah, it's when no one's paying attention. There's stuff going on. The guy's talking, but you don't care. You're probably like talking to someone or getting a hot dog. But like, I was one of the kids, and I was mustard, and I ran, and I didn't win because of running.
That might be the funniest thing you said, because running.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I did the national anthem with Showstoppers.
Do you know they still do the weird
Nice.
ball thing? The thing that scared children?
Huh?
Where the ball grows over the like.
Is that thing
During
still,
the
Yes, it still
take
does
me
it.
out to the
tatters?
ball game, and
Huh?
it's like,
Is it still in tatters?
I
I
don't
mean,
know,
it just comes up like,
Yeah, he looks like a fucking zombie rising from
it's like uncanny, like fucking SCP shit.
Yeah, no, I think they fixed it up a little bit.
Okay.
But it used to look like
I
a
remember
fucking
it
zombie.
just being like jagged and like.
Yeah, if you ever
Scary.
did you guys ever sit on the weird like little field part where it's grass and
That's
just
all.
you have the blankets?
That's all we did at Showstoppers. We sang and then watched the game on the grass.
So if
I
you're
hate
if you
baseball.
if you sat
Hey,
there.
Showstoppers.
That's really funny. But no, if you sit in the grass,
to this now.
if you sit in the grass, you're right next to it. And I remember being a kid and seeing that for the first time and just looking up and hearing it slowly saying "Take me out to the ball game." Yeah, no, that caused me some nightmares. That probably did something to me as a kid. And
Where did the ball man
Did you
touch
dream
you?
about being vored by the baseball?
Absolutely not.
No, you absolutely did.
But no, Casey one is
Sorry.
Casey's Casey.
Were you guys familiar with the poem beforehand?
Nope.
You guys sound okay. I'm not either. I was just curious.
You know, I didn't even realize there was a poem beforehand.
This is the
There's
the next-
there's the restaurant in Magic Kingdom on Main Street that's Casey at the Bat themed. That's a connection.
What
I
one
don't
it
know.
is?
Casey's Corner. Casey's Corner, the hot dog.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
I know
Jesus.
exactly. I could tell you where it is. Right, I could walk you to it in the park right now.
Yeah.
That's
right now. Let's get there. in
If
a
we
few
could get
days.
there now, I could get you to that spot.
We can get
Can
there in
we
about
go?
8 hours. Okay, bye guys. We're going to Disney.
In September, we'll update you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess
wait,
we can
huh?
announce
we
that.
are going like
We're
in,
going to California
in a
baby.
month.
In
2 months.
2 months. 3 months. 3 months.
We live in the. It's the today.
Don't bleep that out, Trevor.
2 months.
Sorry.
1, 2.
Yes.
It's August and then September.
Hi, it's Editing Trevor again. I did what you asked. I just wanted to come on here and let you know I did what you wanted. Okay. Back to the episode, I guess.
Yeah, we have until the 18th of August, and then we leave on the 18th of
Yeah.
September. 2 months until we leave.
We have to stop mentioning dates in this because
Yes.
every time I post it, it's not.
Except
on
like
Keep it
September, like we're going September, so it'll be September when we talk about it.
Yeah.
close. In September, we're gonna be in Disneyland, California. September. Find us.
You'll get a gold star.
I hope we
bring
get
a
shot.
I
I
will
hope we
bring a
have,
sticker sheet.
In
I don't care
Disneyland,
who
if
you
we
are.
get shot.
If you went, hey you, I'm gonna give you a sticker.
If we get shot in Disneyland, there's gonna be so many people like, who are they? Were they important?
No, someone who listens to our thing from France came and shot us.
We only have one person, and you knew that it is.
Oh, they happen to be in Anaheim at the same time as us.
Huh.
Interesting.
I'm so excited, guys.
I am too.
Trevor and I have never done, or our partners, we have
It's
never
been
done
less than a year
Halloween
since
Horror.
I've been there.
Halloween Horror Nights.
Oh.
Jake, you haven't.
I've never done Halloween Horror Nights.
Really?
The
I
only-
would have expected you to.
Jake,
I do not do horror
Jake
houses.
just recently got into that kind of stuff, and I think the only reason he's doing this is because it's Last of Us theme for sure.
Okay.
and
That's
because-
the main reason I'm doing it. Is I
But
have to do Last
no,
of Us.
Again,
I don't do horror
love,
houses.
I love horror things.
I love horror
but
movies.
I'm gonna scream like a little fucking bitch.
Me too.
Like I'm going to have to bring extra clothing because I swear to God I will pee myself if I drink. And that's why.
Potentially I might. I don't know.
Oh
We'll
my-
find out. I've never like actually done a.
Okay, so we're
Horror
making
house.
a rule for the trip. Everyone go.
Oh my
before
God,
each
you've
house.
never actually done a horror house, and these are like the best of the best
I've
horror
only, done
houses.
the, I've only done the Walking Dead one at Universal, which isn't really a horror house.
No, it's just more
You
of an
just walk through
experience.
locations.
Yeah. So
They're
no,
like
these are
around.
like haunted houses where they jump out and scare you. If you've never done that, we're going to ones where it's
I know,
produced
no.
by Universal.
There
which
is
makes
one I
fucking
have-
movies.
Six Flags did a Halloween type thing, and I did do their Joker house, which was for the kids.
Yeah. But no, Universal like
Scary Clowns. I stood right behind the door that he decided to jump out of. I decided to never enter a haunted house ever again, and have yet to.
No, like
From that moment.
those ones are like all cheap and stuff. This one's like made by Universal, who put so much money into
I'm
this.
aware. I know.
Like, there's this. Okay, so one of the things I want to do when we're there is watch a little bit of the clown show they do. I know it's a clown, but at the same time, he does really cool things where he gets people from the audience. And then he like kills them in cool ways. It's safely, but to the audience it looks cool. Like they did this one where they put a guy in a blender, and it dropped, and then blood spurted up, but it was in like a screen, so he didn't get messed up. But he also didn't know that was gonna happen. To the audience, it looks like he got blended the fuck up, but he just dropped down to the stage, and then they didn't see him until after the show. And it's really fucking cool. And I want to.
I just want to let the audience know that wasn't sped up afterwards. That was him actually talking that
yes,
fast.
I can talk that fast. I'll speed it up just to throw him off.
Put it in just a little bit sped up.
You guys are getting too comfortable with this power. I don't like when you talk to me. I'm talking to myself from the future. From the past? I don't know how math works. Back to the episode.
so that was...
No, but I'm so excited because I want to go so bad.
I'm excited. It's been less than a year since I've been to Disney, and I need to go back. I just went in December, which feels like it was forever ago, but I'm going once a year. That's my plan for until the day I die, so go at least once a year.
I might have mentioned this before to you. I think I've become like fully Universal pilled in terms of theme parks.
I do love Universal. There's something about Disney that
I've never been to California.
It feels something else to me.
I think I'm the only one that hasn't been to California Universal.
Yes. Which is why we're doing a day there and the actual night.
If I would have been there, I would have said let's just do Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah.
No, we gotta get you.
I want to see it and then see the theming.
Yeah.
But
anywho, we're going to Disney. We're excited, and Universal.
So without you, or two silhouettes.
The only comment I have this is two silhouettes is just a ballet, because you know what? This
is a boring one.
Just a ballet.
It's a boring one. It's rotoscope.
Impressive,
the entire short is
but...
two dancers doing a ballet, and it's all rotoscoped animation, and that's just not super interesting to me.
Back then it was impressive. Today, not anymore, because that's super easy nowadays.
You could do that with
There's AI right now that just take it.
Yeah.
It's so easy nowadays. It's not impressive. But back then,
Back then, I'm sure people were like, "What the fuck is happening?"
I'm sure, it was a very cool visual.
But at the same time, like,
nowadays it's like, all right, they just took the people out. We do that all the time.
I don't even have any notes on this. It's boring.
All I said was it's ballet.
There were the weird cupids in it.
Yeah.
Who, like, merge into a heart.
That was weird, but I mean.
Anyways, I don't care about that.
What
Peter and the Wolf.
It's crazy that we have nothing to say about this movie.
No, there's so many boring segments. Which for the 1.5 person that's listening that actually cares about this movie, I'm sorry, but.
Oh, okay. That's the title. I was confused about my note. I was like, that makes no sense.
So for Peter and the Wolf, I tried to not really pay attention to the narrating and just more watch the short.
The narration.
So this is
that was completely wrong.
This one's weird to think about, just because it was all just a weird thing. But I said the score in this one I actually really like, even though it wasn't synced. The score.
I did like the score.
The score was cool because this one actually brought hey, the cat is played by, the wolf is played by, the grandfather is played by. That one was cool.
My first note is about pretty much the end of the movie when it's the frozen pond. 8 out of 10. It's pretty solid. Get it? It's nice.
The frozen pond.
But it was alright. It was solid. And then my next note. Oh, I have 2 others. I'm sorry. My next one is when he eats the duck, and I said, literally murder.
No, he ate the duck alive. There was no death.
The duck went to heaven. It died.
Well, you didn't see the end of the movie. I know you weren't paying attention, but it was alive.
Oh.
It's alive by the end.
Yes.
It's
literal murder.
They thought it was a little tease of a murder.
Yes.
They're like, he died.
And then my next note is bonk, because
we laughed so hard when they wrote bonk.
The word for wolf in Russian looks like bonk in English.
And the fucking bird writes bonk in the snow, and it just looks like bonk.
And then all of them it's funny because all the characters that saw the word bonk were like, oh, wolf, but the little 3
bonk.
This is how I pronounce it.
Volk.
English is already hard enough.
Volk, Volk.
Oh.
Volk.
Is that how it's pronounced?
Yes, Volk.
But it's spelled B-O and then like not an N, but it's like a weird...
B-O squiggly half a pi
some sort
I-K.
Half a pi I-K.
That's what it is. It's half a pi and then a capital I.
No, you're right.
Half a I pi K.
Yeah, well, again, English is already so weird with how they rule things. Like, it's how, like, bow is bow, but bow is bow.
It means both. But it
It
looks like
means-
bonk and it's
Like,
bonk.
there's so many words that, like, you can take it and say this is how you say it, but as soon as it's put into a different word, it means said the entire differently. The English language is fucking weird.
Considering you're like dyslexic, do you think if you were like born with a different language, it would be easier?
I don't know. Like English is so. That's why I think I'm not dyslexic. But like this is not the reason I'm dyslexic. But looking at words and how like some can be some and then what's
Red
Sure.
can be red, but red could also be red.
yes red and red are spelled same meant different. Things like
Lead and lead and
again bow and bow is still what could like
that one
there's-
gets me sometimes.
It's English is you need to put it into context for it to make sense, which cool, but at the same time like for me who can barely read words anyways, when you're like doing this thing where it's like, hey, no, this word is this word, it confuses me. My little tiny brain cannot grasp on to what the fuck English is.
Also, I just want to comment how I think there's only 2 shorts in this that have an actual location. There's
Oh, yeah.
this one, and then the whale one, which is Italy, presumably.
Was it Italy? I guess it's probably Italy.
The accents made sense, and the names were kind of weird.
It's not confirmed though.
No, but it kind of had a location-ish versus the others, like, were kind of either just nothings
Yeah.
or just in like a town.
What's the one after Peter and the Wolf?
After You've Gone. After You've
I like
Gone.
this
This one is another one I like, and I didn't really comment about it just because it's like more of a watch the pretty things happen. There's not like I guess there's a story, but it's more of a
It's the Toccata and Fugue segment from Fantasia for dummies.
I said
Yes.
After You're Gone, good, and then I said I like jazz. It's super fun. Would make a good tap. And then I said
I
like
love that you like jazz,
I
Jake.
love jazz. And then I have love that the instruments were playing as characters almost, like they had characterization as they were playing their music.
See, like that's
like
my
the
thing.
big
It's like
snare
they
drum
did-
came out and overcame the other. Made me so happy.
Yeah, this one like is good because even though it doesn't have a story, it's still interesting to look at, and the music is good. And like watching it, there's no really story, but there's still you're following something. So this is one of the ones that I like. It's
No, I love the music. This is probably music-wise. This one is my favorite, just because it was funky in my brain.
Did
Yeah,
it make
it's
your
a good
music?
song.
I like jazz. It's super funky. It was supposed to be funky. What'd you say?
Did it make your music?
It made my music.
Johnny Hat.
This is
I have no notes on this one. I didn't even remember it was a thing.
so purely for nostalgia. This might be my favorite.
Johnny Hat?
segment. Yeah.
This one
It
is
reminded me of
this is the
Cappy
other good.
from Mario Odyssey.
It's Cappy from Mario. It's just because it's a sentient hat doesn't mean it's
It
Cappy.
had eyes.
I just remember like my mom really liked this short, so she showed me when I was like
the
young, and I didn't
fedora.
even know it was.
Johnny.
The fedora phase, Vanderborg.
Oh god,
Oh,
I had
jeez.
a fedora.
Did that
phase.
come from? Did that come from this?
I really hope Johnny didn't.
I really hope not. I would have got.
Where did it come from? If not this.
I'm sure he put on a hat one day and was like, "I look good in this." It's
No, it came from me being very self-conscious about my hair, and so I just
You
wanted
chose a
something to cover
fedora,
it. Yeah,
and you stuck with it.
unfortunately.
It would have made so much sense if it came from
Do you
like
wanna
it
know
was
a
his
fun-
monster movie and he
You wanna
liked
know-
it, so he had
you
a
want to
fedora.
know a fun fact?
Ruined.
In Godspell, the fedora that wore was the fedora that I got from Xander, which is the brown one that has like the tan stripe and has a music note right here.
Yeah.
Yep, I got that from you, and I was like, oh, and then Sodermaker was, cause for some reason they wanted to wear a fedora, and I was like, I can find one because like I know someone who has a lot of them, Xander Borg.
Ew.
Yep, and I found that one. I was like, this one's cool because it has a music note and like plays the ukulele. They don't listen to this. I'm still gonna block out their name, but if they ever listen to this, it's gonna be a real weird thing because only them
Knows
and
about
is gonna know who I'm talking about.
You should leave
Uh,
the
what
names unbleached.
would listen.
I hope not.
Johnny Fedora
The
has
fedora did not come
basically
from
been
Johnny,
like ripped off by so many other shorts.
I was naming things during it that I was like, oh, it's like this. Oh, it's like this.
It's two anthropomorphized things that fall in love.
Get separated, and then find each other.
After being brutally cut and placed onto horses, yes. That is a story I've seen
in
many
lava,
times.
she fucking sinks to the bottom of the ocean, and he's still like.
Oh, in lava. I understand what you said. I didn't hear.
In the Disney short.
Yes, but I didn't hear what you said and then sink. All I heard was sink to the bottom of the ocean. I was like, who? But yeah.
I almost made a too soon joke.
You don't need
about...
any more jokes from that you've heard from places.
No, this was just about the submarine that it sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Lava kind of sucks, in my opinion.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I
love that short.
Okay. Would you say you lava that short?
I love it. No, I generally really love that short.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
That's
that
fair. That's fair.
Can we talk about the movie now?
Can we?
Now I'm mad.
Upper whale.
Upper whale.
Upper whale.
I called this one of my notes whale opera.
I said upper whale.
That's all I need to know.
You know what?
I have quite a few notes on this.
Verbatim, I
Right
said
into 'em.
upper whale. Lol.
I'm just gonna do all mine in a spew because they're short
Go.
and dumb. Scientists mad because whales physically cannot sing it. This fucker sings opera of all things. They're gonna kill this motherfucking whale. Free Willy? Because his name was Willy. So I said Free Willy. This whale ain't gonna sing no opera. Now this bitch is singing opera. They killed the fucking whale. Heaven sold out. Wasn't getting it anyway.
I like to think
That's the notes.
That was a journey.
Yeah, I honestly like to think that's how your brain works when you.
No, that was it. I was like, they killed the fucking whale.
Yeah, they killed the fucking whale.
Motherfucking whale can't sing. Motherfucking whale can't sing.
That's what was in my head. I was like,
motherfucker
this
sings
motherfucker
opera.
won't sing opera. This motherfucker sang opera. They killed him. Heaven sold out. Wasn't getting it anyways. And that's my thoughts on that short.
That is funny how a whale sold out opera.
He sold out heaven.
He sold out.
He
heaven
also
with
sold
opera.
out opera in his fantasy.
Fantasy.
That was a big breath.
It was a breath, so I was expecting fire to be
No,
shot.
I was just.
I thought you were gonna go off
I
on
just had
something.
to recover.
What do you
That's
feel
my last
about
notes.
opera whale?
What do I feel about this segment's really sweet. I don't know. It's sad.
I think I accurately summarized this plot.
Yeah, we don't
Like
need
I
much
really
more.
did. There were
this-
the seamen who fell in love with him.
The three seamen falling in love with a whale.
I'm just happy for those guys, and I'm happy for this whale.
I like them.
I'm happy for this whale. I can't believe you just did that.
Yeah,
It
no,
was the line.
that was the fact that you just did that out of nowhere and just continued talking.
I
Was,
got reminded of it in my
anyway,
head.
yeah, you're funny, Jake.
This is the story of three dudes who have a crush on a whale.
Yeah. And then his
Nothing else to that story.
Nope, that's it.
He happens to sing opera.
I want to touch tips with the uvulas because he's got
All
three uvulas.
because you know.
Don't get me into this.
My-
I need to know.
No, you don't.
What do you
It's-
need to know, Jake?
How does the three uvulas vibrate differently? Like
Okay.
if it's the air passing through that vibrates it, I understand having three different notes. Hypothetically, in a weird scientific, all hypothetical.
Okay.
How would he be able to separate each of those by itself?
I'm gonna.
How is the wind? able
Like
to
how is the
separate?
whale doing that? Where it's like not just a harmony, but like different notes at different times.
So
I'm
either the uvulas themselves are the secret, the key to
okay.
doing this, or the uvulas are just representations of the wind being pushed through his throat by his three.
Or it's a
separate
fucking
sets of
cartoon
vocal
about a
cords.
whale that.
Shut up!
sings opera.
It would make sense if he has three sets of vocal cords in those. That would if he's like three throat.
You guys are
pipes.
adding way too much science
That would make
to this.
I'm sorry,
Right.
I just really had to know.
That's why only one vibrates at a time, because the
It's one-
whale's throat cavity is so massive
It's
that
got
the wind
three
is
of them.
just separated.
It's 1, 2. That okay. Solved it.
Or it's just a
That's-
whale.
that's the
that
canon.
sings opera
That's
in
the
a
canon.
fucking cartoon made in the 70s.
If we can get
The
into if we
70s?
can
What did I
get
say?
into
The
the
40s.
cars, if we can get into the cars shit nowadays, we can get into singing whales.
Which may be my favorite. Can I?
Once we get to cars, you will not be ready about the shit that we will go into.
Yeah, and you know what my exact argument's gonna be? They're cars. They're fucking cars. I don't care what they do. I don't care what
But
kind of
the
historical...
airport, and it means there's a lot of things that mean that a
Save
lot of
it.
things happened,
Save
and I will
it.
save it.
Save it for when
Can
we get
I-
to cars
can I-
years from now.
God, should
Me
I
and
say,
someone-
should I read this out now, or should I
Hold
Wait
on.
till
save
car.
this for the
Me
Cars
and
episode?
someone that we know talked over our group at a Denny's table about everything about this Cars thing.
I know.
Because I think you were there.
Yes, I was.
What is this? May I get a peek?
Okay, so they're
Is
gonna
this-
they're gonna look at
It's
Cars
just
lore.
a list of Cars questions.
They're gonna look at Cars lore,
We're gonna
guys.
get into that after this. I want to hear some of these. Sorry. Not me being genuinely
Then
interested in this.
the movie ends.
Yeah.
What an amazing.
I don't know how I'd rate this. I genuinely... Okay, water rating. I had 2 scores. They were both pretty high, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 on water.
That feels not fair because there's so few ratings, and I think we
But
need to figure that out.
if
in the
I-
system.
No, my system is I do it off of the ratings that I had. There was limited water, but it was good water, so in terms of water for this movie, it's an 8 out of 10.
Okay, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, cool. I don't have any Trevor conspiracy theories for this.
No. Kingdom Hearts, anything from
Mm,
this?
I don't know. Maybe I'll use something for Dreamscape. I don't know.
Nothing.
Fair enough.
related. Anyways, what do we?
Ratings?
1 out of 5. 1 out of 5.
Semen.
No, because that's only for one.
Whale uvulas.
No, because that's only for one.
It's gonna be for one no matter what,
That's
Trevor.
true. 1 out of 5 silhouettes. I don't know. 1 out of 5 cats
Joining in.
joining in. Yeah.
No.
What do you want it to be? 1 out of 5 Cassidy balls. Baseball.
Cassidy balls?
Casey balls.
1 out of 5 baseballs.
There we go. Fine. Baseballs. because
Baseballs?
This movie's
I-
all about baseball.
I mean, that's kind of its only lasting legacy is having a restaurant. So
Sure.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's got the yeah, okay.
There we go. Baseballs.
Out of Casey's Corners.
Casey's
5
Corners.
Casey Corners.
There's 5 Casey corners.
Oh, I never said my one fact that I wanted to say.
Oh, say your fact.
Willie the whale has a fucking poster in Philhar Magic. I don't know if I.
Oh!
Anyway.
I've definitely seen it. I know what you're talking about.
I need to see it.
Because I've always
to
been
know
like,
it,
wow,
but-
whale.
Wow. Well, now you know.
Now you
Now
know.
I know.
He sings opera, man.
Motherfucker sings opera.
Motherfucker sings opera. You know what? No, let's go back to the uvulas. Those are funny.
Okay.
How
1 out
many-
of 5 uvulas.
Well, you know what? I give this 3 out of 5 uvulas.
Okay.
Just a perfect amount of uvulas. I don't know. I think this movie, when it hits for me. Like
I
there are
really like
segments
this
I really,
movie.
really like in this one.
You really like this movie?
Yes. The
Okay.
segments that I liked, I really liked. Because they were jazz and I really liked them. And the whale one was just funny. And even the one that was cut was just dumb funny.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This might be my highest rating yet. I think I'm
my-
gonna give this 4 corners out of 5.
Is-
I
are
mean,
you-
no, 4 uvulas out
This
of 5.
cannot be your. We need to. Have you done it yet? Have you got our ratings for
Are they
everyone?
all out of
Sorry,
5s or are they
guys.
out of 10? Do we do out of
They're
10s?
out of 5. They're out of 5.
Yeah, because we've done 5 apples, 5.
Yes. The only thing that's out of 10 is your water scale.
Yeah, I've had a 10 water scale. I think this may be my highest movie so far.
We all liked Snow White a lot.
Yeah, I think we all did
Did
4
we?
on that.
Yeah.
I think we did a 4.
No,
on
I
that.
think we all did 5
Oh.
or 4.5.
I think we all. I think me and you did 4.5 and Jake did 3.5.
I think I had a lower
I did
rating
5.
for.
You two had.
I had 4.5.
You had 4.5. I guarantee
Wow.
you had 4.5.
Okay.
Oh, but I like this way more than Snow White.
That's insanity.
Well, I
So
mean,
I'm
it's
gonna
not.
move if everything from
You
here
can't
on out.
move. It's already happened. Again, it's not how you feel over. Like, if 5 out of 5 is not going to be it's your favorite movie in the world, it is just a really good movie that you would watch again. It's not like, because again, there's.
All right, fair enough.
There's like.
I would give this a 5 uvulas out of 5.
So you would like watch this all the time, like.
I would put this on like the 3 or 4 segments that I really liked. I'd put on in the background.
Yeah, there's.
If I'm like, oh, I want
Ooh,
to have this on while I'm playing Overwatch. If I like the music or something, like I would definitely listen to this and watch this.
There's
again.
812 Disney. And again, this is the Disney movie, so this is probably counting live actions and stuff. But there's 812 Disney movies, and like so that's why if we did it out of like 1 out of 5 and put those in all separate categories, you physically can't do that. So that's why it's like again, a 5 out of 5 isn't your favorite movie ever made in the world. Like I mean, Bambi was 5 out of 5 for me. But that's just because I mean, yes. To be fair,
I think a 5 out of 5. To me, I reserve that for like this is just on another tier for me.
Yeah.
So like, a really good.
I liked it so much more than I liked Snow White. That like, I have no choice
understandable.
but to give it a 5 because like it's Snow White a 4.5.
What did you give it? You gave it a 3.
I give it a 3.
3.
I'm gonna give it 5 uvulas.
5 uvulas. My turn. I give it. It's teetering between half a uvula and 1.
Really?
Fair enough.
I hate this movie.
I understand. I can get that.
No, like there are segments that I think are cool. There is part of segments that I think are really cool. I don't think I could physically.
Even in the ballet section, there were times where I was watching myself like watch the technique and stuff, which I don't like ballet, but the technique I was just like watching it happen. It was. I have at least one good thing to say about each segment.
I guess I do too, but like at the same time like I don't think I could like watch this movie again.
I understand that.
I could look up like the Cats Join In segment. I could watch that again. Like if I'm bored, I may look it up on YouTube. But
that's like the only one for you.
Like as a movie, like I don't want to judge this as different segments because then each one would get a different rating.
Agreed.
And then like I can't really average those out. So mine is just like as watching this movie, sitting through it. Again, as a kid, I remember liking this movie. Now, I was trying to do anything else, but I had to remember we had to film a podcast, so I had to watch it. Like, my brain was physically trying to turn off and not watch what was happening. I didn't care. It did not want to look at it. It didn't want to process any of it.
Just needs some, like, low rage music behind it. It's just like, I didn't care for it, I just don't fucking like it, it's fucking...
But, no, I think this is literally the lowest rating in our so far.
Well, I mean, victory through our power. We were not exactly.
I know, but I think we got like I think even that was like a 2.
That was 1.
Was it 1?
I think we were 1s on those.
Oh, true. Actually, yeah. But
you have a brain that doesn't memorize these things.
Yeah,
the way I do.
I don't memorize this.
I don't know.
Again, I don't know if this is either 1. It's teetering on half and 1. I don't know which way. I want to give it
5.
I want to give it a 1.
Like 1. If you liked the All the Cats Join In segment, then then that's a redeeming quality.
I get
And,
because
like,
that one I
should be
really did
something
like.
you
Like
can
I would
look
watch that
for.
again. But just watching this, I was again my brain just kept trying to not focus on the movie. It wanted to think of anything else, and I had to keep like telling my brain, don't do that. Watch the movie, write notes about it, and I just didn't like it. I really didn't.
Fair enough.
Crazy.
Crazy man. Zzz.
Guys, when we come back,
Oh God,
we're talking
no!
Song of the South.
Song of the South. This is gonna be.
Zippity doo dah,
5.
zippity
It's gonna be.
We can talk about Splash and the whole thing happening with that.
That will be the long because it's gonna be 5 minutes of us being like,
That was a movie.
that was a movie.
Hey, look,
Two-
zippity doo dah. Anywho, Splash Mountain.
I feel like we'll have things to say.
Because usually we talk about like what its impact on like Disneyland.
We
and,
can
like,
talk
culture,
about
but like
more history stuff based on that.
I don't know
and
anything
the
about
movie
this.
I'm
itself.
going to be doing research around that movie. There's a couple like other Hollywood movies with questionable histories I want to watch and prep for that.
Yeah, this movie doesn't really have any like in like I guess it has Casey's Corner and like a poster, but
It just has no impact.
yeah, it doesn't really like. I've
it's Casey Corner in a poster.
and a lot of people don't even know what Casey's Corner is based on.
I didn't until
now a few minutes ago, but yeah, it's a movie that you can watch. Sure.
I liked quite a bit of the segments, and
Well, I don't like you, so
we're gay.
Happy Pride!
No, it's not June anymore.
Yeah, but Pride's this weekend. I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure.
true. Yeah, 22nd.
I have work this weekend.
We'll see you next time, guys.
Bye. I need to listen to that time you fucking made. That's the only reason I'm gonna watch this episode is because of that.